Today, we're going to be learning how to make a rating engine using Thunkable's new drag and drop interface. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, and you're watching Kids Coding Live. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that I'm on my home screen, what I could do is I could just go down and open up Google Chrome or your preferred web browser. And please ask for permission before you go on to any web browser such as Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, any web browser. So once I'm in Google Chrome, I'm going to select my account, and I'm going to go up here. And if you're new to Thunkable, you just want to go up here and type thunkable.com. That is thunkable.com, C-O-M. And this will also be linked in the description. And you want to click enter. So now that you're here in your Thunkable home screen, you want to get started by just clicking get started. And as you can see, it is loading. So you just want to give it a sec. And after it loads in, you want to, if you're new to Thunkable, it's fine. You could just don't click no account. It's easier if you just click sign in with Google and then select your account. If you're new to Thunkable, that will create you an account and also sign you into your account if you're not new. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click create a new app. If you first start, it's going to look like you're just going to click start a new app. So I'm going to create a new app. And you want to see this try out our drag and drop interface. You want to just click in try it out like that. So now this is checked. So make sure that is checked. So I'm just going to name it new drag and drop. Now you can just click create. You don't have to add a category. And leave it as public, because if you turn it private, you need Thunkable Pro. Thunkable, while this is loading, Thunkable offers a free version and a pro version. The pro version, you get more, you get like web viewing and stuff, and published to the web. And you can make your projects private, but free version is what we're using today, and you get all of the features for free. Everything for free except what you get in the Pro, which is not that much. So down here there's going to be a pop-up that says, do you want to do a tutorial? Just click skip tutorial, because this is a tutorial that you're watching here. So let's just take a look around. Over here we have our screen. Or our properties. And our properties is where you will find, well, everything to customize anything. So like, you just get a bunch of settings that you can customize right now. Screen 1 over here is selected, so I can customize screen 1 to like any color I want, for example here. And now it's red. Then I'm going to turn it back to white, just default regular white, like that. So this is the properties. Over here we have your viewing area. This is where you would view your project, everything that you did, customize your everything. So yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Over here we have, our components. So that's where you can drag and drop on our components that we're going to use to build our app. This is our done components. So like this is, once I drag on a button from the component section, it will pop up right over here. So I could just delete that by clicking that delete button right there. You don't have to worry about these settings over here. This is for if you actually want to publish your app to the App Store and stuff. But to do that, you do need Thunkable Pro. Over here, up here is just the area where you can test out your block. It's just like a little bar up here that you can preview on the web. Live test on your device, which you could watch previous videos on how to do. share, download and publish, and project actions. And here you'll have duplicate project, delete project, your view project detail page. And then over here you have your account settings. So, and if I go to blocks, you get laid out with a whole new interface. Over here are our components, UI components, and over here is where you actually code. So now that we got all of that down, we can start coding. So we're gonna just make a rating engine. To do that, what you'll need in our project is you need a slider, if I could find it. And it is a rating engine, so you do need a rating. I'm gonna drag that up there. And then what I could do is I could drag our stars up here. Now we will be using 10 stars for this project, so what I could do is I could go to our properties menu and see this count. I could just select 10, just like that, and 10 stars up here. I could do 50. Well, the maximum you could do is 10, so I'm gonna select 10. And then I'm gonna make this a little bigger by just dragging so it doesn't look as lumpy and squished in. And see, it looks more laid out. So I'm gonna take our slider and I'm gonna lay it down like this. And then the last thing we want is a label. So we could just put that label right here, drag it up a little bit. So basically our layout's done. We could go to blocks now by just in the top left corner you can just click blocks. And now we can start coding. So the first thing we need to do is when slider 1 changes, on value change, so you want to go to slider 1, and when slider 1 on value change, you just click it, select it, and drop it. So I'm going to delete this one over here just by taking it on left click with it and hold down your left click to move it around like this, and then you want to take it to the trash can and let go of your left click. So when slider 1 on value change, we are going to change our label 1 over here, set label 1's text to. So we're just going to drag that in, and we're going to take this value over here and put it right where it says label. We're just going to snap that right in, okay? Then we want to create a variable just by clicking variables down here, initialize app name to, and I'm going to rename this name to number or num, just by typing in N-U-M. You could call it whatever you want, but if you want to make things less confusing, it could be called num. Okay? So now we'll go to variables and set app variable num to value right over here. And now, after that, we could go to label 1, and when label 1 click, drag and drop it right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to rating 1, set rating 1's value to, and see this 2.5, we're going to go to variables, and see this where it just says app variable num or app variable whatever you called it over here. You're going to drag that on and snap it right into 2.5 or whatever the default number is for you. Just like that. And that's a complete project. Now we could go back, now we could go to the top over here, top right, and click web preview. Wait for it to load. And now we just have label, but look, if we could change the value using the slider, so like we could do 8. And then once you click on 8, 8 stars will appear. Once you go to 0, and click on it, no stars will appear. And once you do 10, all 10 stars will appear. So it is really cool. I do think it's nice and neat. And you could customize this any way you want. Like if I go back to design and I wait for it to load, I could select the rating 1, and I could change it to whatever I want. I don't have to do it stars. I could do iOS shuffle, for example, or see, I could just change it iOS snow. I think that's pretty cool. I'll leave it at that. You could customize the slider. What I could also do is the rating color, snow's white, so I could just do white. And as you can see, that's barely visible, so what I'll do is I'll just select our screen and make that black. And look how cool that looks. And make sure our label is a different color. So you could completely customize this any way you want. I'm gonna make our label green, like really, really light green, because why not? You can see it right over there, change color. You could put the font size if I want it to be 18, maybe 25 to make it a little bit bigger. You can see it better. Over here, we could completely change the color of the slider here. We could change anything, border style, dotted. We could just have that. It's all up to you. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. So now if I test, this looks really cool. So I could change it to 8, click it, and now 8 snowflakes are covered. 0 snowflakes. I think what would be really cool is if I go here, select this, and I change the background color to black so you can't see the rest of the snowflakes, like that. And we could web preview, test it again, and slide it up, and you have all 10 snowflakes. 0, no snowflakes. You can still see a little outline, but I think this is nice and neat. So yeah, this is the brand new Thunkable drag and drop interface. Before, you couldn't just drag around and drop. You would have to use rows and columns and that whole thing. But this just makes it a lot easier for beginners to for Thunkable here. So yeah, I think this is nice and neat. The new Thunkable interface. So yeah, so that is how you create a that is how you create a snowflake engine. Rating engine. Yeah, in Thunkable drag and drop's new interface. Like I said, you don't have to do exactly what I did to customize it. You could customize it any way you want, maybe even change up the code to make it a little bit different, but this is just for starters. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And maybe consider subscribing. Because according to YouTube, apparently only 44.5% of you are subscribed and 55.5% are not subscribed. So please consider subscribing so we could make we could swap these two, and only 55.5% will be subscribed, and 44.5% will not be subscribed. Or impress me. Try to impress me as much as you can. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Daniel. You're watching Kids Coding Live. I hope to see you soon in a brand new Kids Coding Live video. Peace out until next time.
Na 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 na.